Witches, it's me, the Zen Witch, with a wonderful cup of coffee. I hope you have something delicious to drink while we do another unboxing. I have a crazy pie wacket behind me. He's been super snuggly this morning, and then all of a sudden somebody flipped the switch and Demon Pie is hunting the mighty plastic bag and dragging it all over the place. And he's been up and down this chair and going after my hair, so we'll see what happens. Anyway, today we are unboxing, something I've been looking forward to for a while, which is the Starman Tarot. Cheers. This was a gift from my daughter, I believe just last Christmas. But look at the box. It's amazing. It's by David de Angelis, inspired by the artworks he created for David Bowie. So you can see just that, the style. This is Lo Scarabeo, 78 cards, 192-page book. Davide de Angelis. David's work is potent visual alchemy, and that's a quote from David Bowie. Tracking back to how this all started, the spark of imagination that would one day blaze into the Starman Tarot was ignited when the spectral figure of David Bowie walked into the Italian restaurant my dad managed in Old Compton Street, London. I was just 10 years old, hanging out, drawing with paper and pencil. Little could I have imagined that 20 years later I would once again find myself sitting beside Bowie, pencil in hand, sketching artwork ideas for his next album, Outside. The concept of Starman Tarot was born in those years I spent working with David Bowie on the albums Outside and Earthling. The deck weaves together experimental typography, street art, eroticized sci-fi imagery, influences of philosophy, shamanism, cosmology, futuristic cosmologies, chaos theory, Caravaggio, destroyed imagery of punk, and sacred geometries. That's a lot. Each card is a compelling microdrama arriving fully formed and at the same time constantly shape-shifting. They want to stir your heart, enhance your mind, and guide you with power, compassion, and wisdom. Those are the 3 attributes of Green Tara, by the way. They want to reveal a whole new reality sitting behind the world we directly experience, the extraordinary hidden within the ordinary. And let's see if we've got a copyright on here. We do not. We'll look inside for that. But look at the box. This is just thrilling to me. That's gorgeous design. So nice. And then we have a pull-out sleeve that comes out very easily. Some pull-out sleeves are like you're ripping and tearing to try to pull them, break the vacuum and pull them out. Starman Tarot, really nice book. The very stiff paperback. And let's look for the copyright. That would be 2018. Major Arcana, Court Cards, Minor Arcana, Using the Tarot Cards, and Authors. Let's see. Using. Oh. Interesting. There's some pages here that aren't quite cut. So you can see I haven't gone to the back of this book yet. And gosh, I don't want to tear it. Hold up. Interesting. So they're like perforated, but they weren't completely clipped. All right, authors. So we have David de Angelis, and then we have Esther de Angelis. She's a visionary artist, living radiance coach, creative facilitator, author, and speaker. She is also a passionate raw chocolate maker, vegan, musical improviser, and awesome mother. So she's got an MA in fine art. She does yoga. She lived in Bali. She has her own unique Living Radiance holistic coaching program. Okay. Did it say? It doesn't say. What's the matter? No, leave the plant alone, please. Please leave the plant alone, Pie. You'll probably see him jumping up and down right there, because he's going after my plant. Okay. So they have worked together here. It doesn't specifically say that she has written. I mean, her degree is in art also. And at the end it says Sunshine Singing. Very interesting. Pie Wacket. Pie Wacket. Oh, it's climbing the front of my fabric drawers, which have little spaces in the front that he can actually grab the fabric and pull it out. So I should have my spray bottle. Don't be a goofy boy. This is a big deck. It's narrow, so you can hold it in your hand. Okay, so see that it's chunky this way, but this way it's narrow, so you can hold it in your hand like this, you know, and leaf through. Some of the ones that are so wide that you can't really hold them like this, you can't do that, and that bugs me. Here's the back. Very interesting. I don't know if that's like DNA or the islets of Langerhans or the gold glove things in cells. I don't know what those are. Starman Tarot by Davide de Angelis. But Davide de Angelis, inspired by the artworks he created for Bowie. Okay, there we go. Oh, looky, we've got this kind of two-sided. That's interesting. Don't know why. And then we're into the cups. So we have the majors. Oh, they're not. They are in order. Why is the Ace of Cups? Holy moly. There's two Aces of Cups. Okay. For a minute I thought I didn't have them in order, and then I knew that was wrong. You get two Ace of Cups cards, so there's another blocking card. And then you get this one for news and information. Follow the Scarabeo on Facebook. Another double-sided ad, I guess. All right, I need more coffee. Sorry, guys. I am shooting this the morning after Thanksgiving, when some of you may have noticed I didn't have a video waiting for you. Just couldn't do it yesterday, so I'm a little draggy today as well. All right. Sacred Clown is the Fool, and let's just take this in. So we've got sacred geometry, we've got punk stuff. I mean, all the influences he was talking about. Look at the hat. There's the geometry, street art. So there's many, many things in the image. Let me see if I can hold this level so the camera will see it. Come on. Closer and closer. Slowly I turn. Oh, look at the traps by his feet. So he's not walking off a cliff, but he's not watching where he's going, and there's all kinds of traps on the ground at his feet. So that does talk about naive innocence, just not watching where you're going. Here he comes. Look out. Oh, Lord, he coming. Bye, Wacket. What are you doing, little boy? He's scaring the crap out of me right now is what he's doing. All right. Then number 1, the magician, is the Starman. So similarly, we've got this patterned kind of stuff at the top. And then a very Bowie-looking person. I wonder if that is Davide himself. And then, so, I mean, this one is just a burst of energy. If you look at this, there's some of the geometry. There's all these kind of, I almost feel the vibration of these things. Look at the energy coming up and flowing through his hands. So the magician is the bridge between the energy up there and the energy down there, the bridge that brings pure energy into material form. Then we have the High Priestess, and all of them are, you know, going to be this similar. They're very busy artwork, and a lot of geometric patterns, and then random patterns, and then energy looking things. There's kind of a pentacle on the side there, sacred geometry. Has she got some like spike heels on or what? I guess she does. More power to you, darling. And then there's this beautiful point in the middle where it's light pouring through, like a pillar of light. Okay. Then we've got the Empress. Definitely a palette change. There's a much more cohesive, peaceful look to this. We've got a bird cage. We've got kind of fetuses, foetuses, and I can't really tell what's going on here. Are those people? Oh, those are her hands with like water or white stuff splashing. Wow. Okay. All right, so there's the Empress. Let's go through a little faster now. Here's the Emperor. So they're not all, that frenetic. There are different compositions and different vibes. There's the Emperor. He's stunning. The Hierophant. Wow. They are so vibrant. The Lovers. I mean, they just crackle with energy. And you see a lot of dancer, type moves. I saw something in his wife's bio that was talking about dance. Might have to take a second look at that. The Chariot. What's pulling that chariot? Some grumpy things. It's more sacred geometry down there. Strength is number 8. Big kitties. The Alien is the Hermit. Wow. And he's got a single candle and a book. Then we have the Wheel of Fortune. It's too bad he couldn't use actual images of Bowie in this. Justice card is number 11. There's a brain and a heart. Look at this. A brain and a heart is what the balance point is, between. I like that a lot. Okay. The Hanged Man. There he is. It's kind of like holding on to his hat. Hold on to your hat, Monsieur Hanged Man. A lot of things that it's kind of like the Voyager deck in that there's a lot of little things in the images that are kind of hard to pull out. There's a collaginess about them. Here's the Death card. So we have death and we have life, and there's a key. Look at that circle. What's the key to life? What's the key to death? They're all part of the same wheel. And there's numbers. 1977, I think it says. I'd like to look that up. Temperance. There's also some words on here. What's that? I don't know. It's upside down, whatever it is. So here's Temperance. Balancing things. And see the writing in the middle there? Is that California? I don't know. The Devil. Very Bowie looking. Clearly not Bowie. So here's the Devil, and look at, he doesn't have chained people. He has like these sphinxy creatures. So the Devil has a lot of information for us, eh? Then we've got the Tower. Wow. That, pardon my burp there. That is amazing. Then the Star. I wonder if, some of these images might be his wife, him and his wife. The Moon. Look at the fragmented faces. And things kind of rising up out of this deep pool. That certainly says unconscious, subconscious to me. Then look at the sun. Kabam! I mean, these are really incredible images. It's like he's painting with light. And that very well could be. I want to read more about his bio now and how these cards were done. Here's Judgment. This is great because, of course, I've been through this deck. And, of course, I've, used this deck when my daughter gave it to me. And, a couple times afterwards, I haven't looked at it since then. Look at the typewriter. So something about like record keeping, writing things down, very interesting. But what I love about doing these unboxings is I have to talk about them. And looking at them and just kind of looking and thinking is one thing. Talking about them brings out a whole different level of realization, and it's very enjoyable. All right, Ace of Wands. All right, we'll clip through the minors a little faster. The Two of Wands. So he's holding two wands, and there's a lot to see here. There's a face up in the sky and kind of a UFO looking. It looks like the discs, the saucer section of the Enterprise almost. And then we've got these pyramid-y things that he's walking on. The Three of Wands. Wow. Wow. So he's back is to us, and he's facing out and looking at all this stuff. Look at all of these riches and achievements. This one is looking towards us. So he's kind of got these things behind, and he's looking out to what's coming next. This guy is seeing what it is. I mean, these are really talking to me. Four of Wands. There are two people together, and they're holding hands. So we do get that idea. More sacred geometry. Five of Wands. Yes, strife. Battle and strife and a tangle. And then the Six is victory. We stand up for our ideas. We come out victorious. And these people are either cheering or they're, falling. I don't know. Seven of Wands. He has taken it all on. There's stuff coming at him. He's taking it all on. So we do have the elements of the standard imagery here, which is very good. Eight of Wands just has these wands shooting off. And then the Nine. So there's these wands around him. He's got his arm up. So there's that kind of defensive posture. I shouldn't have done that move. Then we have the 10. Oppression. So the 9, it's funny, we go from victory to like having to hold things off, and then things are really coming on and you're really defending, and then it's collapse. Princess of Wands. The Prince. Very Bowie-esque androgynous. The Queen. Look at her. She's not taking anybody's shit. And then the King. Oh, yeah. Cups. So the aces have, oh, look at that beautiful lotus. The Two. Two people sitting in a yoga posture, meditating together. 3 is the celebration. The cup is upside down. Oh, the cups are upside down. So the cups are pouring out on them. Oh, look at that. Yes. The 4. And now we see that posture up. And look at the shadows of things. Shadows in the mind. The 5. There's like an iris in the middle, an eye. And we have cups pouring out, and the 2 that are still. So definitely some chaotic inner stuff going on there. The 6 is, look at the old portraits and things. So there we have the memories of things past, and how those memories are captured. Think about how we capture our memories, and how we store our memories. It has everything to do with how those memories affect us. 7 of Cups. he's got his arms up in the air, kind of like holding on to this world, and then there's all these cups. So, all right, the 8. Walking away from strife. Well, he's got that, hand to the head posture, and we've got this one is on fire. That one's got dynamite in it. That one's in ice. That one's got like a green flame. This one has wings. This is almost more like the 7 than the 7 itself, although these, in the 7, the cups have different things in them as well. But this is just like it's become too much and I got to get out of here. Too many choices, too many decisions. And then there's the 9. Happy, happy. Wish card, and the 10. The happy family card. All right. There's the princess, the prince, the queen, she's lovely, and the king. All right. Swords. These almost look like animals on the sides here, like fetuses, and they're fetuses. Okay. I'm not sure what that's supposed to mean. The 2 of swords, something being born, but then there's a sword between all of them. The 2 of swords, look at her split in half with the skeleton in the middle. So no blindfold, but being seriously conflicted. That is rich. 3 of swords. Okay, so you've got this person looking very grieved there with some paint. He's been painting. There are swords. Are we just not happy with what we're creating? I don't understand, but definitely sadness. The 4 of swords. Rest. Okay. Going internal. Look at her balancing those. The 5. Yeah. Defeat. 6. In a boat. That one's looking very Egyptian. A fetus at the top there again. And there's the 7. The thief card. Ooh, look at smash and grab. I mean, there's a shattered glass thing and somebody running away with something. So that's definitely the thief. The 8. There's the idea of blindfolds. They're in a sarcophagus with eyes closed. Kind of mummified and trapped. All right, the 9. Yikes. I need to look at this closer. Just all kinds of uncomfortableness going on there. I see animals. Sometimes I need to look at this. Yeah, there's the pose, the 9 of swords pose. And then here's the 10. And what we see here, there's a face in the middle, there are swords falling, there's a ring, and there's these 2 people that are falling apart. Literally falling apart. Wow. The princess of swords. The prince. Very punk. The queen. And the king. There's a angry baboon. Then we have the Ace of Pentacles. 2. So we got that juggling vibe. The 3. Ooh, that, look at mastery. Look at him balancing on top of these 3 pentacles. So you've attained a skill, you've practiced, and there's mastery. And look at all the sacred geometry going on there. 4. Okay, he's standing on a pentacle. Sort of harks back to the standard. 5. Out in the cold. Snakes, they're kind of apple cores. They've got like, the dregs of some food there. The 6 of Pentacles. There's a tiger-headed person. The 7. Looking at harvesting. The 8. He's like hanging things. decorating, working with the tools, all right? The 9, there's the woman in her happy place, and the 10, ooh, look at that. I like the way the pentacles are really prominent there. It gives this sense of stability. Then we have princess, prince. Ooh, look at the horse standing on the tree stumps. Queen and king. And sorry for kind of glossing over the court cards there. You know how I hate them. And so it's worth really looking at them, but obviously I didn't do that. All right, the death card. Let's take a look at this. So there's there is a phrase for all of the majors at least. Let's see what we get here. Let's go through from the beginning and then we'll look it up. The journey is an emergent phenomena seeded and inspired by my artistic collaborations with the iconic David Bowie. This, combined with my deep desire to explore and visualize the nature of reality, has given birth to rich and complex forms of graphic art, potent visual alchemy, as Bowie described it. In a strange twist of fate, the energy of the cards spans 45 years, connecting my first meeting with Bowie as a child in the early 70s. So that's at 1970. 1970, it looks like 77, but it might not be. Through our work together in the 90s to my recent life in Bali, which precipitated this project, and finally back to the creative force field of Bristol, UK. The Starman tarot, seeded so long ago in my mind and finally catalyzed into existence when this amazing individual and mentor died, reflects the multitudes of personalities, experiences, and growth that transpired as a result of working with Bowie. It embodies the creative traces of all the amazingly talented and committed designers who worked with me to bring a Bowie project to life, especially the integrity and the meticulous sense of design of my then business partner, Derek Scanlon. Ultimately, it reflects a lifetime of searching and experimenting, failing and regrouping, and above all, growing and conceivably flowering through design, art, word, movement, and sound. So now he tells the whole story about sitting in the shop and Bowie coming in, and and then here's the first version of the Lover's card and some notes on it. Very Bowie-looking faces there. And this is kintsugi, why he's got kintsugi there. Pottery, the art of repairing broken pottery with gold, silver, or platinum is what the Japanese do, so that comes in there somewhere. And as you know, David Bowie, his aesthetic was very much informed by Japanese culture and Japanese aesthetics, both traditional and modern, and also German. He spent a lot of time in Germany. So this multicultural, East meets West aesthetic. The alien calligraphy as it appears on the deck and on the back sides of the cards. So this thing on the back is alien calligraphy. I wonder if he can read it. Introduction to Tarot, the major and the numerical, the court cards, the history of Tarot. So wow, he's got like a timeline. Visconti, Eteya, Worth, Waite-Smith, Crowley, and Starman. Some surviving cards from the earliest Tarot deck in history, the Visconti Sforza. Wow. Unlocking the card meanings. This book contains information and wisdom for each card in the deck. We offer advice to help you unlock the meanings and teachings within each card. There's guidance on how to interpret the cards shown upright and reversed. A short list of selected interpretations appears as well. Use this information as a starting point to help you crack the code for reading Tarot. The Starman Tarot is a highly visual experience, so allow space and time for meanings and guidance to come through. The significance of your question and its answer may not arise easily. Be patient, slow down, give your intuition space to unravel the mysteries. Okay, and then there's more advice there. Then there's the majors, and each one has a phrase. So let's go to the Well, the Sacred Clown says, I laugh at the game of life. So there's this whole written thing. And then we have a paragraph at the end of that with meaning, concise meanings, and then reversed. And then there's real concise meanings. And, and it says the fool, because he calls it the Sacred Clown. So this says the Sacred Clown, the fool. But here for the magician, it says the Starman, the alchemist. So we're still not calling it a magician. We're calling it an alchemist. No reverse for this card. And the Starman says, I will blow your mind. The High Priestess, I offer up the mysteries of life. The Empress, I fully embrace life's rich fecundity. Emperor, I lead by example. The Hierophant, and it's great because you get bigger images here too, not the whole card, but way easier to see. I am the teacher of universal law. The Lovers, I am the gateway to divine love. The Chariot, I am confident that with discipline I will succeed. Strength, I face my fears with the strength of love and patience. The Alien, I bring back knowledge from distant places. The Wheel of Life, I understand there's a time and season for everything. Justice, I reap what I sow, I choose to walk the path of truth. The Hanged Man, I know surrender, thy will be done. I now surrender, thy will be done. Death, I know that this too shall pass. Okay, let's see if it talks about the year. Let me go back here for a sec. So he says early 70s, but he doesn't say when, and he doesn't explain why the year is on that card. All right. So here's what the meanings. Death indicates that a sudden and unexpected change is imminent. The ending of a major phase or aspect of your life is to be trusted. Now, the thing that I would say, see, I look at Tower as being something more unexpected. So Tower with the Death card would be an unexpected ending. Death card is just ending, and sometimes it's absolutely expected. Death is the master cleanser. If you surrender to the process of dissolution, the letting go of situations and ways of being that you have outgrown, allowing it to unfold naturally, there will be much new growth, new life. We can use death as a catalyst to awaken to life. Ponder, for example, how would you live life if you knew you were going to die in a year's time? What authentic risks would you take? What conversations would you have? A Year to Live by Stephen Levine suggests that we don't wait for a death sentence. With every breath you take, someone in the world dies. Death, darkness, and difficulty are needed as much as light, ease, and flow. Reversed is stuckness and stagnation, living in the past, refusing to move on. Stop resisting, let go and let be, sacrifice the dream of what should be. Alternatively, you may be resurfacing, refreshed after a period of dead time. Great meanings. And then really concise, ending of a major phase is to be trusted, surrender, awaken to life, new growth, strip yourself bare, shuffle off your current identity and rebirth yourself. Excellent. Reversed is reluctant to change, stop living in the past, step into the limelight, let go of your obsessive thoughts, awaken from slumber, greet the world with a new you. It should be greet the world with a new you. Typo. Proofreaders. Okay. Then same thing with the minors. Exactly same thing. There's a phrase, there's the full description, and then there's the concise descriptions. I'm loving it. All right. Now, the acid test. But do they shuffle? Let's get that out of the way. Give me some fighting room. It's a chunky deck, and it's a long deck. Ooh, barely can I get my hands around this, and barely to, yeah, that ain't gonna work. All right. So not shuffleable that way. So even though they fit nicely this way, they do not fit nicely this way. And they are too narrow to riffle shuffle the other way. So you just have to shuffle the crap. Let's, I wonder if I can do it with a half a deck. Because see, the reason I really like the riffle is because it really does mix the cards quickly. and they still come in clumps. They don't riffle easily no matter what you do, whether that's down to the size or, yeah, this just doesn't work too well. And now I'm looking at this card and seeing that there's a little crease in it from where I bent them back. So, well, LS, not so sure about the deck itself, the size. Again, you know, clearly, and I just want to Mo slap some people. Do you know what I mean by Mo slap? Have you ever watched The Three Stooges? I want to Mo slap some people because when the meetings are going on, there should be a question of how are people going to use this product and does it fit well? You know, I mean, it could have come down just even a quarter of an inch would have made a difference. And also, you know, with artists, as they're creating, thinking about what the aspect ratio is, you know, whoops, okay. Well, we got cards coming out already. Let's do the thing. Allies and ancestors, guides and guardians, please come in and bring us your wisdom. Please speak through this vehicle, meaning me, also meaning the deck. And bring to my viewers information that they need to help them live their best life now. So we've got 5. This one came out on its own. And that one is the Fool card, the Sacred Clown. And then these 4 came on their own. So what is our standard question? How do we thrive? How do we move beyond survival and into thriving? So we'll start with this. And I'm just going to go with the phrase and the concise. I laugh at the game of life. And I think those would be easy to memorize, truthfully. Here, did I do this? I put that on. Hello. Pie Pie, come on. Hi, Pie. Hi, baby. How's my baby? Huh? How's my baby? What do you see? Uh-oh. You cannot attack that smoke, dude. Sorry. Sorry. And I don't have your treats over here right now, boo. I don't have your treats here, boo. Okay. Pardon me. Take the leap of faith and be free. Step out from the void. Embrace your inexperience. Embrace your inexperiences. Oh, he's attacking the plastic bag again. Live in your potential. Explore your world. Live in your potential. So this is talking about take the leap of faith and be free. Looking at the last vestiges of how we're trying to cling to the way things were. And we still are in a position of not knowing, you know, what normalcy we'll be able to reclaim after this pandemic. So let's spend some time letting go of that old way completely and taking that leap of faith and saying, how can I really, really reset? Particularly letting go of the things that are not working in this new context. Now, see, this is what I don't like. Prince of Swords, Princess of Swords, 10 of Swords, 9 of Swords. I'm not taking those. Those are all in a row. And they need to be shuffled. Okay, that one I'll take, that one I'll take. All right. We've got the 3 of Wands here. So yay, we have a major and we have a minor. And Wands. 3 of Wands. Judgment. Okay, and then the Court cards are by themselves. Then we go into the numbered cards. 3 of Wands, I expand my horizons. This is the one where the guy's looking out and you see he's holding a wand almost like a torch, and you see these wands sort of bracketing his path. And then you see what looks like a city, all kinds of buildings and things rising up. So you get the idea of something that's been built, like his domain, you know, this is my kingdom. Grasp the opportunity, putting your plan into motion, giving the idea space to breathe and find its own path. So this talks about having an idea, and wands are creativity, right? So this is whatever you've been thinking of, and maybe during this time I could do this and I've always wanted to do that. Now it's time to take that plan and start implementing it, or take that idea and start making a plan. And you know the difference between a dream and a plan, right? A schedule, a calendar, putting it on the calendar and saying this is when it's going to happen. Well, hello, come on. Come on, Pi. Here. Come visit. Come on, Boo. They want to see you. Come on, come on. Oh, God. Here he come. Here he come. All right. Three of Wands calls you to connect with your inner power, the attractor force that draws things toward you and enables you to expand your horizons. Work on crafting a compelling vision for yourself that inspires and empowers you to develop your talents, your connections, and attracts the people and resources and opportunities you deserve. So, connecting with your inner power, but putting a plan into motion, taking an idea out of the idea realm and saying, here's what I want to do with it moving forward. So the Two of Wands was like looking outward. We were seeing him looking outward towards us. And it's like, okay, what's out there that I can do? Looking for ideas, looking for what the next thing is. This guy already has the idea, and he's looking out to what's the way forward. So time to put something into the form of a plan. Then we have the Seven of Swords. And this is the Thief card. So we see that smash and grab. The swords, he has smashed this case, and he's got swords in his hands, and he's running away. These look like eyes. Eyes within eyes. So who's watching? Somebody's watching. All right. I want what others have. Oh, boy. The Seven of Swords asks you to consider those parts of your life where there... Don't put your butt on the deck, baby. Asks you to consider those parts of your life where there may be dishonesty and deception. Perhaps you feel that you don't have the courage and energy to meet something head-on, so instead you prefer to delay or avoid for a time. That's an interesting take. But this too can be ingrained, a pattern which keeps you trapped instead of bringing liberation. Ask yourself, and okay, they have the word instead hyphenated, broken between the E and the A, instead. All right, anyway. Ask yourself, where are you not being honest with others and ultimately with yourself? There's an opportunity in this card to put things right and restore your integrity, wielding your sword to cut away your own lies and mistruths and challenging those in the relationships and culture around you. Honey, leave the plant alone. Ugh. Desire for what others have, being dishonest and deceptive, challenging cultural values and ideals. So, all right. What came through for me when I saw I want what others have is, okay, we need to start anew here. Break into new territory. Take that leap of faith. Look at the idea that we have and say, how can I make this into a plan? And one of the things that can be a call to action is when you find yourself jealous of somebody who's doing the thing you want to do. Creative resentment and creative jealousy is a signal that you are blocking yourself, that you have creativity that needs to be acted on. Okay? So that's a call to action. When you find yourself looking at somebody else and going, I could do better than that, that's a call to action. Okay, so do better than that. Stop the comparison, stop the judgment. That kind of creative jealousy, and it can appear as criticism, that you're critiquing what somebody else is doing, and saying, they really suck at this. When you start criticizing somebody else's creative work and their risk-taking, ask, am I taking that risk? Have I put myself out there like that? You know, it's time to hold up the mirror. So take that as a signal. Oh my God, I don't know what he's doing. He's getting into the cords. Hold on a second. Little man, where are you? Hi, Wacket. I think he's, oh God. I think he's climbing up the back of my drawers where my fabric is and all the cords to everything are. Holy mackerel. Hold on again. Here's how we find out. Hi, where are you? Got him. But come on. Yeah, come out of there. Come out of there, Pie Pie. Come on. All right, here. There. Come on out. Come here. Come here, stinker. Oh, my goodness. My goodness. I'm just being a naughty boy. And being a curious baby. And he likes little spaces. And you don't have to be in there. But he's still very snuggly this morning. Okay, down here. Off he goes. Oh, okay, so again, take that place where you're looking at somebody else and going, I could do better, and you're feeling critical of them, and say, how am I not releasing my own creativity? And let that be a signpost to take you to the idea that needs to be made into a plan. So how do we thrive? We start making a plan. And then we start implementing it, is what we do. All right, this is long. This has turned out to be a long one. That's okay. You make up for the days I took off, huh? All right, you guys, that's the Starman Tarot. I hope you enjoyed that. Please like and subscribe. Help more people see my videos. I'm pushing to my first 1,000 subscribers here, slowly. So, and also consider donating if you'd like to, or joining my Discord, or joining my Patreon. I will be here tomorrow for another unboxing. And until then, this is the Zen Witch. Please stay safe. Things are going nuts. Wear your mask. Wash your hands. Have a great day. I'll see you tomorrow. Blessed be.